Dirk Nowitzki versus Kevin Garnett. Who was better? Let's go. Both of these guys played in the same era, along with Tim Duncan. So they've been compared a million times. Why aren't they usually compared to Tim Duncan? Because he has the number of championships that most people usually use as a trump card in those arguments. Typically heard in the debate of Dirk versus KG are the following things. Dirk was a better shooter and overall scorer. Kevin Garnett was a better defender, passer, leader, and still could shoot/score almost as good as Dirk could. So what's the reality? Well, I personally like to go by playoff statistics if there's a large enough sample size. And in this case, there was. Dirk Nowitzki played 145 playoff games in his career. Kevin Garnett played 143. Overall, their playoff statistics aren't that much different except for one category, and that's points per game. Dirk Nowitzki averaged 25.3 points per game in the playoffs for his career. Kevin Garnett only averaged 18.2. If you look at the rebounds, Dirk Nowitzki had 10. Kevin Garnett 10.7. Assists, Dirk 2.5. Kevin Garnett 3.3. Steals, Dirk 1. Kevin Garnett 1.2. Blocks, Dirk Nowitzki had 0.9, so basically a block a game. Kevin Garnett 1.2 blocks a game. Taking a look at field goal percentage, Dirk Nowitzki shot 49%, Kevin Garnett 48% for their career in the playoffs. Free throw percentage, Dirk Nowitzki shot 89.2, Kevin Garnett shot 78.9. Overall field goal attempts attempted per game in the playoffs for their career, Dirk Nowitzki shot the ball 18.2 times per game, while Kevin Garnett shot the ball 15.5. Well, what about when these two guys played each other head-to-head? Well, it happened 40 times during their respective careers. Dirk Nowitzki holds the edge as far as wins go with a 23-17 record, including 3-0 in the playoffs. For those games, Dirk averaged 24 points and 10 rebounds, KG 22 points and 12 rebounds. But what about when they played each other in the playoffs? It only happened one time. It was in the 2002 Western Conference first round, the Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. In that series, the Mavericks swept Minnesota 3-0. Dirk Nowitzki averaged 33.3 points per game, 15.7 rebounds per game, 3 steals, and shot a 59.6 effective field goal percentage. Kevin Garnett lost all 3 games, averaged 24 points per game, 18.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and had an effective field goal percentage of 43.8%. Now let's look at accolades. MVPs, Dirk Nowitzki had 1, Kevin Garnett had 1. What about finals MVPs? Dirk Nowitzki had 1, Kevin Garnett had 0. The only other trophy that either of them ever received was a Defensive Player of the Year award, which Kevin Garnett won. So in conclusion, I think it's pretty clear. The winner of this argument is Dirk Nowitzki. Kevin Garnett was an amazing player. He's a legendary player, but he just simply wasn't as good as an offensive player as Dirk Nowitzki was. Looking at their playoff stats, everything is relatively close except for points per game, which Dirk has a 7-point advantage on. Dirk Nowitzki is also only one of 6 NBA players in history to average for his career at least 25 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. This isn't a knock on Kevin Garnett. It's really me building up Dirk Nowitzki. Kevin Garnett was an amazing player, but Dirk Nowitzki was just that much better.